What's up, y'all? Yeah, I know I'm a little behind on my videos, but here's your little aftermath of the Derby car from Vanderburgh County. As you can tell, it still runs and moves just fine, so. And note to self, the tarp isn't working very well. The seat's soaked, so my ass is soaked now. But, just a quick little walk around. It really didn't get hurt bad at all. Yeah, stupid radiator's going anywhere but staying in one spot. It's falling out again. Front of the car's really not hurt. Or at least it don't appear to be hurt until you start looking at some more. And yes, the whole front end has moved over again. I don't know how well you can see it if you adjust, but yeah, there's not much room in between there now. So it bent at the firewall this time. Yeah. It didn't bend at the firewall, it bent right behind the strut tire. So that's fixable. No big deal. Had good, steering didn't fail this time. It was a very muddy run. Door got a couple of small dings in it. Got a new rip here, I'm going to have to patch that. It's not too bad though. That got a little banged up, I can beat that back in. But this rear end wasn't like this. I have already started fixing this car back. Yeah, this side here isn't too bad other than the mud. Got hit a little bit here, no big deal. Not really that bad at all. But the main thing was the rear end. And like I said, I already started working on it. Already started getting it ready for the next Derby. This frame rail didn't move. So this side was actually still straight. And the bumper is sitting about here, right where it should be, about stock. But this side, this frame rail went to shit. And this bumper was starting to plow downwards. Yeah, I get the one Mustang that the ass end goes down. I kind of knew this one frame rail was hurt already. And it was going to do that. But it was still going good, no problem. I had lost this tire. I'm thinking the valve stem got hit and it shredded the tube. The tire should still be good, but I'm going to put different tires on it because the tires are pretty well bald. And this tire was fine, but I went ahead and pulled it off the car because I'm going to dismount it and put a new tire on it because it was bald and it had gotten up into the wheel well pretty bad and was down to bare wires. But like 2 days after the Derby, I already went ahead and took it to a friend's house and used the backhoe on it. And we went ahead and bent the rear end up, pulled this side back up, and started to pre-bend it to go upwards. So now it's all bent that way. And I grabbed this quarter was into the tire real bad, so I grabbed it with the backhoe and yanked this whole quarter up off there. And went and started sledging this up just a bit and sledged that back so it should clear. I'll probably beat on this just a little bit more. But yeah. Had to do some of this rear end though. Yeah, this side pre-bent where it should be, and as you can see from this side, it went to shit. This whole frame rail on this side's hurt pretty bad. But I already knew that going in. And the weird thing is, it actually started shearing it. That's all bent, but it's still holding. But that side's sheared, where it was welded to the halo. And this side is completely sheared off of here and sheared from here. And this, you can see, this is bent. So this side, it started to bend the roof, like typical Mustang. So, yeah. So it should be a lot better now that the rear end's pre-bent to go up. It should take some stress off the roof and do what it's supposed to do. The modified shifter with the homemade park lockout did great. Absolutely did great. No flaws. I was making some really hard hits, doing full track from one side of the track to the other and back again, and about parked this car inside of a station wagon. And I was trying to. The horn button literally came flying out at me in one shot, and it's somewhere around here. I think it's still in the car somewhere. I don't know where it went, but it's here somewhere. But unfortunately, since it rained, it started to downpour within 5 minutes of my heat. And they had to stop the heat. And it was like a 20-minute rain delay because it was mostly lightning. There was a lot of lightning. And I mean, it rained pretty good. And was able to continue after that. I only lasted like another maybe 3 minutes after that. Because a guy got me off guard and shoved me up into the wall, and he backed up and hit me like 5-6 more times and buried me into the wall, into the mud mound on the driver's side. I was stuck so deep into that mud mound that a tractor that was pulling me off the mound afterwards during the next rain delay, the tractor struggled to pull me off the mound. I was that stuck. But yeah, shortly after then, I'd probably say another 5 minutes after we got going again, it started really downpouring real bad, and so I had to stop it again. And it was, I think it was like a 45-minute delay or something like that for the rain finally stopped and it was able to continue. And I was already out at that point. And it was just down to, I think, 6 cars or something like that. And it was kind of a big sandbag fest after that. I was the hardest hitter for the mini cars. I was out there to destroy this car, and it held quite well. You'll see the video where I was going at it, going from one side of the track to the other, wide open shots. And within 2 to 3 shots, I about parked this car in the back of a station wagon. And it was a fresh station wagon. Yeah. I tried to park it in his back seat. I damn near succeeded. That's the car that took me out. But yeah, with the rain though, with all the rain, the pump's still working, but the push button doesn't work anymore. I already diagnosed it. Push button's fine. The solenoid's bad. Luckily, I had to put this extra wire on here just in case this happened, so I can just do this. Yeah. Just so I could do that and bypass the solenoid. So I was able to start it once I was off the mound and drive it back onto the trailer. So there's a little tip for you. Put you an extra wire on the starter solenoid so you can just bypass it. But I got a new starter solenoid I'll put in. And like I said, I've already started to work on the car. As you can tell, I haven't even bothered with the front end yet. I really haven't done nothing to it. I'm getting ready to cut this numbering iron off so I can get this hood open and see how bad the frame is bent. And it looks like it's right there, right after the strut tire. I'm hoping, because then I can try to pull the front end back over and put a couple of patch plates in, like I did with the front frame rails, and it should be ready to go again. Even then, I really don't care, because the worst thing that's going to happen is it comes over more and hits my brake booster, my master cylinder, takes my brakes out, which I won't care because I don't really have very good brakes anyway. And they really suck when it's a muddy track. And I've already got tires for the rear I'm going to mount, because the rims are in really good shape still. I'm very, very happy with the way these rims are working. Very strong wheels. The one that got flattened, which was this one, the bead was beat up pretty good in a couple of spots. I went ahead and took sledge and beat the bead back somewhat straight, and it should be just fine. I don't think the rim's actually bent, it's just the bead got beat up. But definitely you gotta stay tuned, because this car is going to run again, hopefully at the end of this month. But it all comes down to my hand, because my hand got hit pretty hard. What happened was, because it was raining, the steering wheel was really slick, and a guy hit my front wheel, which spun the steering wheel out of my hand, and my hand slipped into the steering wheel, and one of these spokes right here slammed across the middle of my hand or so, and you can probably still see a knot right there. Yeah, but I think it probably broke my hand, which it still really hurts. It's been like 2 weeks now, and like my index finger, I can't really grab things very well still. I'm starting to be able to use it more and more now, but it really hurt my hand, and it's a spot where it's been broke before. So I'm thinking it probably fractured something in there and whatnot, so I'm kind of taking it easy on my hand. But it should be ready. I should be fine by the end of the month for the next derby. Hopefully that it doesn't rain and I'll be able to get better footage, because the footage is kind of hurt. You know, it kind of tore up my the camera that wasn't working quite well for the in the stands. I got the first part to the first rain delay, and I got the last bit of the minis, but it really isn't very good. But I'll get that up here soon. I'm having problems doing the editing to put it all in one piece video, but probably just do it 2-piece, so stay tuned for that. That'll be up probably the next day or two. Probably be up, yeah, somewhere around there. But yeah, stay tuned, because this car's gonna run again. So until then, later y'all.